Welcome to Chem Help ASAP. In this video, we'll give an overview of clinical trials. Upon completion of this video, students will be able to list criteria for starting human drug trials, describe what happens in each clinical trial phase, define trial endpoints, and describe post-approval monitoring activities. Studying a drug in humans requires permission. In the United States, this permission requires that the sponsoring company, the drug company, file an IND, Investigational New Drug Application. In Europe, the analogous process involves filing a CTA, Clinical Trial Application. The application, whether an IND or CTA, includes all the preclinical research data on the molecule with an emphasis on safety data. Whether the compound shows efficacy is mostly an issue for the sponsoring company. Whether the compound is safe to administer to humans is the primary concern of the regulatory authority. Clinical trials required to achieve drug approval are broadly organized into three phases: Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. Each phase has its own specific activities. Let's walk through each of these phases and see what happens during them. In Phase 1, the compound is studied in tens of healthy volunteers. Healthy volunteers, that seems like a strange way to test a potential drug. Well, during Phase 1, the emphasis includes safety, tolerability, and pharmacokinetics, which is how the drug flows through the body, but not whether the compound works. For Phase 2, the compound is now tested in tens to hundreds of patients. While safety and pharmacokinetics are still studied, now the test subjects have a disease, and the study also monitors whether the compound works, the efficacy of the drug. Phase 2A trials look for evidence of efficacy, and Phase 2B trials focus on the ideal dose for achieving efficacy. Phase 3 trials can include hundreds or thousands of patients with a focus on safety and efficacy in a broad pool of patients. Phase 3 trials are sometimes called pivotal trials. Emphasis is placed on risk and benefit of the compound and how it performs relative to the standard of care for the disease. An important idea of clinical trials is endpoints. Endpoints are measured based on patient outcomes. Primary endpoints require the study to include enough patients to determine whether the outcome can be established statistically, an idea called powering a trial. If a trial does not meet its primary endpoints, then the trial will almost certainly be considered a failure. Secondary endpoints are desired outcomes that may not be determined to a statistically significant level. The selection of endpoints is generally outlined in the target product profile of the drug program. With successful trials, all the data, both preclinical and clinical, are bundled into a dossier and submitted for consideration to the regulatory authorities. With the FDA, you file an NDA, New Drug Application. With the EMA, you file an MAA, Marketing Authorization Application. If successful, the drug will be marketed to patients. Even once approved as a safe and effective drug, the drug will continue to be monitored for long-term safety and efficacy. We have now listed the criteria for starting clinical trials, described activities performed in each trial phase, defined the idea of trial endpoints, and described post-approval monitoring. I hope you found the information in this video helpful. As always, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Questions are always welcome and appreciated. Take care.